Hello and welcome to the Bridetender podcast. I'm your host, Esty Levin, and I'm here to tend to the brides like I tend to the bar. So mix yourself a cocktail and let's get ready to discuss all things weddings. Today, I'm here with Heather from Luxe, and I'm back at Kleinfeld, one of my favorite places, and we're here to talk not only about wedding planning and all that goes into it, but the most important part for me, which is the look.
Completely. It is all about the look.
So Heather, first I want to thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
And just say, so you are based out of Florida. Mm-hmm. You came in for, a couple trunk shows with Kleinfeld. Kleinfeld, as we know, is like one of the biggest names in bridal, which is amazing.
Exactly.
And you have some of the most stunning pieces for people to wear.
Thank you.
So I want to kind of get to know, how did this come about? Like, how did you know that you wanted to be in the wedding industry?
So it actually was a little bit strange. After my own wedding, I had a very difficult time finding a tiara and accessories that looked real, like it fell out of a royal vault and didn't look like it came from a party store. And it was a very big challenge. So that was the first part of it. The second part of it is I'm also an ER nurse. I'm not working in the hospital anymore, but student loans were a thing. So, and when you first start being anything, they never pay you a lot, so I needed a side gig. And I started this as a hobby on Etsy, and it just grew and grew and grew to the point where it was that's what I do. I'm not working in the hospital anymore. So it kind of came out of a need, but I've also just always been about bridal and royal and tiaras my entire life, ever since I've been a little girl. So it just kind of evolved, and here we are at Kleinfeld, of all places.
Which is, it's the dream, right?
It's the dream.
And I always say, a lot of brides who, when they're planning their own day, it's hard for them to go, especially if they're not in the wedding industry, so to say, to then be like, oh my God, it's all over. Now I don't get to do anything with this.
That actually was a huge part of it too for me. The post-wedding blues is actually a real thing.
It is.
I was very bummed out that I couldn't play with all of the sparkly things anymore, and I loved accessorizing for my wedding. I got engaged, I had my dress within a week. I went by myself, I knew exactly what I wanted, I got it. But the accessories part, that was a huge challenge. But I loved it and I missed it. And I was so bummed out that I couldn't play with it anymore. And someone said, why don't you do that? You're very crafty, you make jewelry, you do all of these things. Why don't you do that? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And I did it, so yeah.
And now you really started out with with Etsy, and now you have a full online business, which is amazing.
Thank you.
And I like that you can incorporate colors and things like that.
Yes.
It's, of course, we think of tiaras and headpieces and things for bridal, but there are also other, arenas for those things to be worn,
Absolutely.
like award shows and for me, the headpiece is the most important part.
It is absolutely the most important part.
That and lashes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, make the
Lashes.
entire look. So if you don't have that, you really just
You're completely missing the whole point.
100%.
Yeah.
You drop the ball.
Completely. And you have one shot at this moment and at this day, and if you don't capitalize on your bridal moment and your bridal era, you've missed it for the rest of your life. It's done, it's over, there's no do-overs. And there's a huge opportunity to really embrace that and adorn yourself. And it's a life moment. Why would you not want to really enjoy that? And not everybody wants to wear a tiara, and that's fine. And a lot of people think, oh, my veil is a headpiece. No, your veil's not a headpiece.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not a headpiece. Also, one thing with the veil that I will say, like for me, it comes off after ceremony.
Of course it does.
But there's people who will wear it into reception, and that's worse to me than anything else.
No, I don't really understand how you could continue. First of all, you should only be wearing a cathedral veil so it frames you in the photos, because it is
100%.
all about the photos.
Yes.
Like, you will be looking at the photos for the rest of your life, and after, and on social media and every anniversary.
Yep.
If you don't nail it, it's a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Brides do not realize this is a 10 to 12 hour production
Yep.
that just so happens to be your wedding. And if you're not styled, why do celebrities have stylists?
Yeah.
They have stylists so they make sure that they're thinking about not just how they're going to look in real life, but how they're going to look in the photos and on camera, and craft an entire cohesive aesthetic that's going to work. So the cathedral veil comes off after the ceremony, but I don't know how you could keep wearing that into your reception, because people are going to be hugging you, and you're going to wind up getting your head pulled back.
Yeah. My biggest fear was like getting the veil taken out and just like don't ruin the rest of the hair.
Don't ruin the rest of it. Exactly.
You need someone really good to be able to take that out, and like no placement in and out.
Exactly.
I mean, it's it's an art. It really is.
It really is, which is why women spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on hair and makeup for their wedding, because they need professionals who can actually work with them.
So 2023 was like the era of Sophia Richie Grange, the very like minimal kind of look, natural glam,
right? Which is pretty, but it for a lot of people, it really misses. It's empty.
Yeah,
it's empty. You've put together this amazing look with your dress.
Yeah.
And then what? It's like silence. It's glitter silence. Like there's nothing. I don't get it.
I think it's also the dress is important.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's the look, but the headpiece and the jewelry, it finalizes the look. So kind of you pick your dress and then you pick your accessories.
Exactly. Like you finalize. You wouldn't just get. I mean, yes, there was a naked cake trend, which, okay, fine, if you're having a barn wedding.
Yeah.
But if you're,
that was a thing. I feel like that was like a thing.
Like several years ago. Yeah. But you put icing on a cake and you adorn a cake. Why? Because you finish it. This is your icing. The headpiece is your icing.
I think
earrings,
people
it's more than just that.
Yeah. I think people also think if you're going with more of like a rustic theme for your wedding, that okay, well, I can't do a tiara and do a rustic theme.
Oh, yes, you can.
And also, let's say you don't go with the tiara, you can still go with a headpiece.
Absolutely.
You can still go with something that's florally, like, and it goes, like, just because you're going with something that's a little bit like of a
less regal royal moment and a little bit more soft and romantic. There's so many options for that. It's not
100%.
just about a tiara. It's a side piece. It could be a halo. It could be an accent on the side that
it could be like something in a braid, like that goes down the braid.
It's beautiful.
Hairpins. I mean, pearls are very in right now. I think 2024 is going to be the year of like pearls, everything, which I'm for. I'm for that.
I love pearls. Yeah. And it just really is very romantic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, the whole thing with accessories, and a lot of brides, when I style them, they are always concerned, oh, my dress is a lot. It has a lot of sparkle. I don't want to be too much. But what they don't realize is that if you have just the dress with the sparkle, and there's nothing beyond here, that sparkle on camera, it looks out of whack. It's not cohesive. You need to bring the sparkle, you style from the dress, then work your way down from the top to the jewelry and down, so that the eye, because the eye in a photograph looks at the dress first, then they look at the whole thing, then they look from the top down.
Yeah.
And they also don't realize that once you start on your day, after your hair and makeup is done and you've started moving through the events, your hair especially we're talking spring and summer, there's humidity. People's hair starts to get frizzier and frizzier and messier, and once you start
I got
dancing,
married in February strictly for that reason. Yeah, I have very curly hair naturally, and I was like,
me too.
I was like, August, not
happening.
Not a chance in hell.
Exactly. But they don't think about those things, and that their hair's going to start poofing up, not being sleek and perfect, and then in the photos, it just winds up looking like a hot mess. I cannot tell you how many galleries I've looked at of clients, but also that things that I've seen on Instagram and on social that I would never want to post pictures and like upset somebody ever. But I see things that I'm just like, oh my God, look at the dress. She's so beautiful, but she missed it. She missed it. Her hair looks like this because she's having fun and jumping around, and there's nothing bridal that's happening up here.
Yeah.
And then years later, when you look at the bride and the groom photos, they look like they're at a red carpet event. Because if there's nothing that's bridal, when you put a veil, why do they put the veil on the bride when you're getting the dress at Kleinfeld? Is because it finishes that bridal moment.
Yeah.
And then you're taking off that veil. And then what? You have nothing. You have nothing. It's no good. Like, even if you're not a tiara person, like a little hairpin, even something.
Yeah.
Earrings are not enough. It is not enough.
No.
Not enough.
I ended up getting my headpiece before I even knew what I was doing with my hair. And then I went for my hair trial. And my hairstylist, her name's Maria Angela, she was like, you are like the only person I know that like has a headpiece. Like, we don't even know what you're doing with your hair yet, but you're like, this is my headpiece. And I was just like, I was like, whatever we can do to work with the headpiece.
With the headpiece.
Like, that is where I landed.
I got you. It's a little bit more difficult that way because
and I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
To me, I thought, oh, I'm like so prepared. I
have
my
a tiara.
And she's like, yeah, but what, like, are we wearing your hair up, down, half up, half down? And I'm like, oh. I'm like, true.
You're not sure. Right.
I was like, I think up.
Right.
And I went with up.
With up.
I think up is honestly very bridal.
It is very bridal.
And there's nothing wrong with wearing your hair down. And there's a lot of people who also do both. Like, they'll wear their hair, down for ceremony, then up for reception. Yes. And I like a change. I'm into that. But I feel like up, to me, is so classy.
It is, and it's a really personal moment, like when you decide how you wear your hair and what it feels like to you. So when I'm styling someone, a lot of clients actually ask me, how do I know how to wear my hair? And what I tell them is, wear your hair on your wedding day, A, how you feel most beautiful, and B, how does your beloved think you look the most beautiful? With your hair up, half down. Both of those things are what's going to, there's no should.
Yeah.
You have to do what makes you feel. For you, up feels amazing.
Yep.
For me, I feel weird when my hair is up personally. So when I do like events, it's usually half up, half down, or down with waves and a headpiece, because you can even wear something you said earlier about headpieces are not just for brides. There are pieces, like every single event that I go to, even other people's weddings, that you have to be careful because you never
you don't
want to
upstage the bride.
God forbid. No. However, there is room for wearing sparkly headbands, sparkly pieces, and it really
or
it
like a
amazing.
comb, like that's
Anything.
absolutely. My mom always had a headpiece for everything, and funny enough, they're selling their house, so we're going through things, and she pulled out the headpiece that she wore to her sister's wedding.
Nice.
So my mom and her sister were each other's like maid of honor. My mom got married 3 years before my aunt, and my mom had it was like very classic. It was 1984 when she got married.
Did she have that poofy thing though?
No, she didn't. She was very, like it was very like, very, very classic. Even her bridesmaid dresses, they were like a light pale pink.
Oh, so it was like timeless.
It was very like
Timeless.
yes. But my aunt it was very 80s. Like she got married 1987. My mom wore like an electric blue dress, bold.
Wow,
yeah.
that was a bold fashion choice.
And then the headpiece was like this blue tulle that like went like this with like all this beading.
Yes, and was it on the clear wires?
Yes, it's
that
on
were
the clear wires. And I
can
said,
completely see that.
This is giving me Sex in the City, I'm wearing a bird on my head, like vibe.
Completely.
Like she pulled this thing out and I was like, Mom. She goes, well, I guess I could get rid of it. I go,
you guess?
No, now you can't because I need to hold on to this for safekeeping. Like, obviously I'm never wearing that thing.
Right.
But I was just like, this looks like it belongs with like my Barbie dream house. Like, where did you get this thing?
Yes, it does.
And I was cracking up that she even still had that. But
it does.
It's funny how you can see how fashion has evolved.
Yes.
And thank God.
Thank God.
Right?
Thank God that the neon pants from the 80s have largely stayed in the 80s.
And like, I mean, the dresses back then like literally had shoulder pads.
Oh, and what?
And they were big.
It was big and like big ruffles also. It was like Dynasty just galore. It was amazing.
Yeah. So I was cracking up when I saw that headpiece. But you know, my mom even back then was still wearing a headpiece for everything.
Yeah.
Like she saw the importance and like
Of
being
finished.
Of being
it's
finished.
It's a finished look. Earrings, brides, earrings are not enough. It is not enough. You have this dress, you need something, a little something.
Yeah.
Even back then, and your mom, fashion wisdom, that's the way to go. Just a little something.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. I'm about like the glitz and the glamour.
Oh, me too.
So
I'm
like
personally a go big or go home girl.
Yes.
Like if I would have had my company at the time that I was getting married, it would have been one long, giant fashion show of accessories and different looks with the dresses. You know, I had a bride, oh my God, Cleo, my bride Cleo. She got married in Europe this past year. She did a Bridgerton wedding.
Ooh,
but not just
that.
a Bridgerton wedding. She wore 6 tiaras, 6 dresses, and they were couture. And I looked at her gallery and I was looking at it with my social media manager and I just kept going, oh my God, click, click, click. Oh my God, oh my God. Like it just kept getting better and better and better the entire way through. And she did all of these different
I love that
scenes.
she committed to the multiple looks.
She really committed to it and it just was fabulous. Like she won the award for crazy like accessorizing, but my wedding would have been like at least a whole thing.
I'm like, if I never had to worry about budget or anything that, oh my God, the things that I would have done out of control.
Exactly. And speaking of budget, because it's a real thing,
Yep.
and not all brides, as much as they would love to have a second dress, not all brides can, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can create a second look by changing your accessories.
Yeah.
You can, later I would love to style you.
Yes.
And then show how you can change the look, even with the same headpiece by changing an earring.
Yeah.
Or the same dress and then change the headpiece and the earrings and you have a totally party look if you can't get a second dress. I mean, personally, I would love a second dress, but when I got married, I wasn't able to get one at that time, so I had to change with accessories. Yeah. And it worked. It was beautiful.
And I feel like accessories, you can hold on to them forever and you can, like the earrings I wore for my wedding, and they were big statement earrings, I still wear them.
Yeah, absolutely, because you go to other people's weddings, you go to events, you have New Year's, you have holiday parties, you have days when you are going to somewhere where you are very dressed up and you need something that pops. I don't believe in just getting all of these sparkly things and then leaving them in your closet.
No.
So for New Year's, I did a wedding fairy godmother public service announcement on my Instagram because we had a backyard party. I live in Florida. So we did like a big bonfire. We had a backyard with the neighbors. It was so much fun on New Year's. But I wore like the faux leggings. I had like a really cute shirt on and a tiara and hunter boots. And it was a vibe. And it was like casual royalty, backyard fire vibe. I don't know what I call it, but it was amazing. And it was so like, and I said to the brides, like, go in your closet, get your tiara, and go put it on your head. Like, you should not be wearing the yucky paper hat that says Happy New Year. Why would you do that?
Oh,
you
that's
own a
so
tiara.
true. Yeah.
And also for every birthday for the rest of your life, you now also have a crown.
That's true.
I wear crowns to Target. Well, by accident mostly because I'm working, and then I have them in my hair because when I
And then you might as well, but you should commit to it for the day.
I do. I've gone to the ballet here wearing a crown, then out to dinner a separate time. I wear crowns when I'm here most of the time just because this is the place to wear sparkles.
It's true. It is.
And everybody wears sparkles.
Well, I also feel like in New York, to wear a crown down the street, like that's normal.
Exactly. I have people, I went to Pret the other day for coffee and some lady stopped me. She was like, oh my God, your crown is amazing. This looks great. And I was just wearing a regular outfit. And I forgot that I even had it on because it's comfortable. And it was just, it's fun. It's fun.
It is
like,
fun.
have fun. That's the whole point of fashion is have fun.
Yes.
Have fun. And don't worry about it.
I'm also a big believer that, like, a lot of people get nervous to, like, wear their nice stuff.
Yes, they do.
And I'm like, it's like getting an engagement ring, right?
Right.
And you should want to wear that every day, right?
Exactly. Like,
and
you're doing dishes, you're like,
and then
here,
you have people being like, oh, I put it in the safe.
Why? Why?
I'm like, I wear my jewelry every single day.
Exactly.
Like tomorrow,
it's insured.
Tomorrow is not like,
No.
guaranteed. Let me wear my stuff.
That's right.
Like, why would I not wear it?
Absolutely.
Like it was either bought for me or I bought stuff for myself
Exactly.
that I deserve to wear and enjoy.
Yes, you deserve to adorn yourself. And that is one of the things that, again, during your bridal era, from like beginning to end and even after, I like milked it for as long as possible and kept wearing sparkly stuff. And then I started a company. So clearly bridal era is a thing. But I mean, there's so many opportunities, like even for your engagement shoot.
Yeah.
Nothing says bridal more than just a little something or a headband. And it doesn't have to be with a white dress.
It doesn't have to.
It really doesn't at all.
Yep. For my engagement shoot, I wore an emerald green dress.
Oh.
And I had my hair in like it was like basically all curls. And then I had like a headpiece that was right here. It was actually multiple pins that were like all
and
together that looked like one big piece.
Exactly.
And like, you know, people thought I was so extra. And I'm like, extra.
I am
Read
extra.
all about it. Like I am. And like, because the truth is, you can also look extra without breaking the bank to look that way.
Absolutely.
And that's what people don't get. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm like, I may look like $1 million, but I
doesn't-
got it at TJ Maxx.
Right.
You know?
It's all about the way that you combine things.
Yeah.
And when it comes to accessories, one thing that is really important though with accessories, because if you you've gotten this beautiful dress and you want a family heirloom. So if you want something that you're just going to throw away and you don't care about a family heirloom, get it on Amazon because it's going to be a piece of junk and it doesn't matter and it's going to tarnish and look yucky and you won't care. So it doesn't matter. But when you're getting, just like my mom always told me, when you're buying shoes, coats, bags, you buy the best that you can afford that's well made because it's going to last forever. And with stuff from your wedding, it's a moment. It's an important life milestone. And you will, if you buy something that's well made, you will have it forever. Because if you're buying something that's fine jewelry set versus just glued in, it's not going to fall out. I mean, unless you drop it and step on it, you know, with any piece of jewelry. But it's going to last. And you don't have to break the bank to do it. There's ways to find pieces that work for everything in all of the different price points. But when you buy something that's well made, it's gonna last and you can keep wearing it and pass it on.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I am very excited to have you style
Oh
me
my God, I can't wait.
because I live for a headpiece.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I live
for
for the sparkles and the styling of clients. I love doing that. I
Ooh.
love doing that. And you know what would have been really cool is if I was able to, we were back in time.
Yeah.
I integrate a lot of color into pieces. So for engagement shoots, I have clients that find me that are like, I want green or blue.
I know,
and
that
I
would
do
have been
real
really cool.
gemstones or just crystal accents or whatever. And it's a thing. Like, it looks beautiful. But let's style you and
Let's
we'll do some
it.
different looks and have some fun.
Okay,
Sounds
good.
good. So we're gonna go with first. You've never worn a tiara before?
Never worn a tiara before. This is a first for me.
I'm so excited. I can't believe that. Like,
I know.
you're such a like tiara kind of girl. Like your energy feels tiara girl.
I know. I feel like I'm so excited. Like I just
Okay.
can't wait to see what it looks like on.
So we're gonna do the go big or go home one. This is literally my favorite tiara of all time in the collection. It's called the Petite Persephone, and it's all simulated diamonds, and it's a fine jewelry set. So like this looks like it fell out of a royal vault. And let me just pull the tag off so it's not hanging. May I adorn you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Do you look?
I can't wait to like see what this looks like.
Okay, here, look at the mirror. Do you feel like a princess?
Do you know who I am right now?
Yes, I do.
I am Mia Thermopolis.
I was just going to say the Princess
of Genovia.
Yes, you
Like,
are Princess of Genovia. So let me further adorn you with some earrings.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do these. These are the Issy earrings. So the shapes, and when I style brides, what I'm looking for is geometry and shape and proportion. So let's put these earrings on. Here, go ahead and put one of those on so that we can complete the whole look. I'll do this side.
Perfect.
Okay, as you do that, so excited for the look. I can't wait for you to see it. Okay.
I love that I have a tiara on right now.
I love that you have a tiara. Okay, go look at yourself.
Let's see. Oh, okay, so I didn't think I was a tiara girl, but I am. Are
you kidding?
Totally
How could
am.
you not be a tiara
I don't know.
girl? You're like go big or go home.
I'm like a headpiece for sure.
Well, we're gonna do that
But
next.
I never did a tiara, and now that I have it on, I was like, I am a tiara girl. I have to get married again.
You do.
I have to do the whole thing over.
You do. But don't you feel like it makes
feels
you
so good.
It really does. And you can't slouch. Like, it's actually good for your posture because you can't slouch in a tiara.
No, you can't be like that.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a moment, right?
It is a moment.
It's a moment.
I love it.
Okay, so let's do a headpiece now.
Let's do it.
So let's undo this. Okay.
The straight hair was a good.
Yes.
It was a good thing.
It was a
today.
good idea, actually. And we're gonna leave those earrings on
Perfect.
because I want to show that you can like completely change your look with just. Hold on. We're gonna take the tag off of this one. This is the Samantha, and this is a simulated diamond headpiece. It's a halo, and it fits like a headband, but it has just a little bit of vertical projection. So now look at yourself.
I think also, I love that too.
You can wear, like I wear that to events and every day, to be honest.
But what I'll also say is your pieces are not like very heavy.
No.
So you can wear them and you're comfortable.
Yes.
Like I like even the tiara before, it didn't feel like I was like.
No, nobody wants a headache, and especially not on your wedding day. And I get migraines, so if it for me, like if I have something heavy on my head, it triggers a headache.
Yeah.
So I test all of the items on me for comfort, and if I am not comfortable, none of you are wearing it. If I don't like it and I don't love it or it's uncomfortable, nobody's wearing it.
And it's also, you'll get like headbands and stuff and they like hit you right here. And this it's not even hitting anything.
No, can't stand it. No. But look, I mean, that's so nice. Like you could wear that to
I could wear this
a
whenever,
wedding, to somebody else's wedding. You could wear it to your own wedding. You can wear it out to dinner. Love that.
Love it.
That's like literally one of my favorite
Perfect.
halos. Yes. Okay. So now let's go to like a different look of like a headpiece that is a much larger
That's my
statement.
all-time favorite. That's my favorite.
I love this one. This is the Laurel.
Oh, I love that. I love that
this.
it has like the yellow gold
Yes.
backing, and it's so regal looking.
is.
Like
It
it's
really
a statement. That headband's walking into the room before you do.
It
and
does.
that's what I love.
It does. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's take this one off. Oops. Sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
All good.
Okay. All good. So let's put this one back here, and we're gonna put the Laurel. Hold on. Let me take the tag off so it doesn't look funny. Okay. This is literally one of my favorite headpieces, and this one is so regal. And actually, you could wear this both to, again, a wedding or something else.
Ooh.
Like, go look. It's.
Oh, I love that.
I love that one.
the way that looks.
And that one also, you can wear it backwards. I've had clients wear it like to adorn the back of the head.
Yeah, if you want to like play up the back.
Yes,
how
like
that
they do
looks.
a chignon and then have the hairdresser put it on for the back and then just pin it in. It looks amazing. Amazing.
I like that too.
I love this one.
Yeah,
All right,
me
let's
too.
Let's do another look. Okay, let's do. I want to show you, so brides, I work with a lot of color pieces. Like there are a lot of clients that actually come to me for bespoke pieces. And I do a lot of color accent pieces. So for a bride who wants like a little something blue, or like I've done this like with emerald color, like for pops of green, which actually would go with your shirt.
Totally.
So this is the Piper, and this style actually is exclusive to Kleinfeld.
Oh, wow.
Yes, within that configuration.
I love that. And
So
then this will give you your something blue. So if you
Exactly.
can't see up close, anybody for the video who are watching, this has pops of blue in it.
Yes, like along the band of the tiara.
Let's see. Oh.
Isn't that
wow.
beautiful? It's delicate.
I feel like I'm the Queen of England.
You are.
I am. I'm
You
the
are.
Queen of England.
Oh my God! Can I just tell you one thing about the Queen of England while we style? So
Yes.
the other day, the at Kleinfeld, the Say Yes to the Dress show, they have a huge fan base in the UK, and a lot of people come here to see the store from the UK when they travel. And I wind up meeting them because they're not allowed to go up to the floor. They come down here, and I actually got official curtsying lessons the other day from someone from the UK.
Oh my God.
And she met the Queen.
Oh, wow.
She met the Queen. I'm like, oh my God, can I touch you? You met the Queen. That's amazing. Hold on, the tag is stuck. I just want to take this out. 1 second. There we go. Okay. So earlier we were talking about, even if you are not a big statement like a go big or go home or a tiara girl, or you even don't want a headband, and you are more of a minimalist and you still need something to pull that bridal moment once you take the veil off, a hair clip in the hair is beautiful. So I'm gonna put it on that side, and we're just gonna pop it in here like this. Whoops, hold on. And these kinds of clips can be worn like anywhere in the hair, and there you go. So, and your hairdresser would be pinning it in. But that's beautiful. And, and every bride that I've ever styled in person here that was like, well, I hadn't even really thought about a headpiece. I don't really want a head. I'm like, just so you've tried it, and you can then assess and make a decision based on really having it in. Every single one has been like, oh my God, that is beautiful. And all of the people that are with them are all like, oh, wow, it really makes the moment. It really does. It really does. So I love that. It's beautiful.
I love it too.
Yes. So let me take this one out. And is there another look that you want to go for? Let's do one that you could wear to somebody else's wedding.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, so this piece, this is the Jada, and I have actually worn this to multiple events, and this is also a simulated diamond headband, and I've also worn this like just around for the day. Like, go look.
Yeah. Like, this is so pretty, and like, it could be for your wedding,
It could
but
be for
you could
anything.
wear it for anything.
Absolutely.
I mean, think about all these stars that we see on the red carpet that they're wearing something, so you don't have to be a bride in order to wear a headpiece.
No.
But for all brides, you should especially be wearing a headpiece.
You need a headpiece. It makes me sad inside. Because I'm like, she missed the moment.
It's boring.
It's boring. It is a snooze fest of boring. It really is.
Yes.
Absolutely
It is.
It is. Are there another look that you want to put on? Or, I mean, we have literally like everything over there.
Let's see.
Should we go upstairs? Do you want to go upstairs and see the tiara while upstairs?
Yeah, let's go see
All
it
right,
upstairs.
let's go see it upstairs. I love that. So we have more tiaras.
Beautiful.
And headpieces.
Ooh, I love that one.
Yes. So let's put this one on you. Do you love that?
I feel like this is my look.
It really is. And honestly, like here, this is like an everyday kind of tiara look. Like you could get away with.
Yeah. So understated.
It is understated, actually, right? This is really actually understated. This one, but this is like beyond. Look how delicate.
Yeah.
That is. And
it's like the pear shape.
Yes,
I love that.
I love that. So let's put this one in here. Let's put other ones on.
Okay.
Okay, because it's never enough.
It's
go
never
big or
enough.
Go home,
Yep.
right? Exactly. So let's put this one on. It's like a halo.
Voila.
Do you feel like?
I feel glamorous.
Right? Does she look glamorous? Exactly. And then let me put another one on. So this is actually the new Serena. This is so popular. It's just so it's elegant, but the
so
tag
elegant.
really works, right?
The
tag.
I think you just leave the tag. It builds character.
It does. It really does. It's amazing. Exactly. But yeah, so there's so many options, and there's like halos to put on.
I love that because that's really for like your kind of bride who may not want to be like wearing something as high, but can still have bling.
Yes. And they can wrap something like this around a chignon in the back, or like weave it into a braid. And then there's pieces. Okay, so Olivia, who's one of the bridal consultants that works here, she wore this to an event, and it looks amazing. Hold on, let me put this one on this side. So like this. And this gets pinned into the hair, so I can't really let it go because it's gonna flop out.
Yeah,
but
so
it gets
give everybody
pinned
kind of
in.
the idea.
Yes, like that. And she wore one on this side and one on the other side, and it was spectacular. Amazing. Hold on, let me take this one out without pulling your hair. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you weren't wearing curly hair today.
We wouldn't have survived because I would have been going home with like 12 tiaras in my head.
I know, exactly. But there's just so many fun options. Even something like this along the back. I did a custom headpiece for a client that I met here, and I used 2 of these, and like the number 30 was very significant to them. So we integrated 30 sapphire blue pieces on this side, 30 on the other, and then 2 in the middle, and then it was tied together, like it was connected. And it was about like they met on the 30th. Their first date was on another 30th. And it was a really meaningful headpiece. And she got married in Florida, so I got to go. And when they opened the doors, I was like, I started bawling. I couldn't help it. I was like, oh my God. It was wonderful to like see my work on a client.
On someone, yeah.
And it means so much. It really does. Like it means a lot to me.
Because these are all like handmade, and it takes time and talent.
And effort. It does. But not just that. Like as a nurse, I've been there to see everybody's worst moments and worst days and seen so many horrible things that it's so wonderful to be able to be there for someone to celebrate love and life and like their best moment, and that makes my heart happy.
Working in the wedding industry, I always say you're part of like the best day in people's lives.
It really is.
So it's just one of those things, like it's it's easy to get wrapped up into
really
it because
is.
it's like you're part of somebody's like chapter and somebody's story that they'll always remember.
Forever.
Yep.
Yeah, forever. And that just means so much to me. It's amazing. And thank you for talking to me about sparkly things.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming on today's
thank you so
episode
much.
and for glamming me up
Of
today,
course.
which is the dream.
Oh my God, anytime.
So I want you to tell everybody where they can follow you.
Okay, so you can follow me on Eden Luxe Bridal on Insta, obviously, but EdenLuxeBridal.com, and you can find me there.
Until next week, mix yourself a cocktail, slide into my DMs with questions you want answered on all things weddings. Stay sane, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.